Coming in at number 10, Robloxian High School the Second. This game basically lets you enter a brand new school, where you can play minigames to boost your grade, which is actually an interesting concept that's not been seen too often in any other Roblox high school game that's been out so far. You get to also meet tons of new friends, explore a map filled with secrets, customize your avatar, and enjoy lots of popular new features that are added into the game every other week. It's also got a second version of the game, so there's actually a lot of updates, and it's still constantly coming out with new events left and right. So getting bored of this game will take actual skill to get done. Compared to the old one, this one is actually a lot more well defined and manages to catch a lot of people's eyes, especially the newer members that join Roblox. Moving on to number 9 of this list, Vehicle Simulator. As it says in the title, this game essentially allows you to simulate you owning and riding a whole bunch of vehicles, which includes normal cars, vans, bikes, and most importantly, sports cars, which are primarily most people's favorites, with those fancy medals and butterfly doors. This also has sort of a point-based system that's actually based off of the stunts that you can pull off within the game. This also allows for races with your friends to duke it out on there. Now, imagine how annoying it'd be if you did this in a public lobby and randoms just started bumping into you. It wouldn't exactly be the most pleasant experience within the race, but much rather it'd be really annoying. So luckily, this game actually offers you guys free VIP servers, so be sure to utilize that while it's still around. Number 8, Meep City, which is a game that has around 7 billion visits and has 200 players playing on each server. It's also a social hangout / roleplay game that's very similar to the shutdown game but forever remembered Club Penguin. You can even adopt a child in this game, or even be the child adopted. A lot of unlockables, and you can get your very own house and pet. A very interesting concept, and it has a couple billion visits, which is one of the most out of all the games here. There's also fishing and an ice cream shop and even public places that people have made their funds on in the game that you can go check out for your very self. Number 7, Freeze Tag, which is basically a game where you go around different maps that you even get to vote people on. One person is selected to be the person that is considered it, and he goes around tagging people. The catch is that if you get tagged instead of you being it, you are frozen and unable to move, and someone who isn't frozen has to free you by tapping you. The goal for the person is to freeze up the whole entire lobby and declare victory, and the runners to win by waiting the person it out, and unfreezing anyone that gets a hold of the it's wrath. Imagine this but with your very own VIP server, and there you go, you and your friends have your very own private lobby for you guys to mess around on. Number 6, Infection, which is a game with around 17 million visits as of right now and allows you to play with up to 14 of your friends. The concept is very simple, as any other game that hosts the game mode Infection, in which there's one person that's infected that goes around infecting other players while the other players try to survive for the longest amount of time, while the player tries to defend themselves to the fullest ability as they possibly can. The thing about this game is that it's still in its alpha version, but even so, there's things like sentries, force field generators that can actually mess with, along with a bunch of guns and futuristic gadgets. Definitely an interesting take on the game mode, and definitely an interesting take on Roblox in general. Number 5, Theme Park Blox World. As it said in its name, you are able to create your very own theme parks, and can do this with the luxury of VIP servers that are actually given free with this game as well. This makes it so that silly randoms don't actually hop in and mess everything up that you've been progressing and have been working on to impress your friends with. It basically just lets you operate every single ride and roller coaster, not to mention the type of games that are actually offered within your theme park, and an administrator panel that allows you to host your very own server and administrate the people on your game, and even roleplay aspects that are implemented in the early stages of the game and further corrected in its further stages. Overall, this one's definitely a must try, so if you need a game to play, this one's a really good one in 2021. Number 4, Mad City, which is one of the more known ones on the list, and has a lot of recognition due to it being a game that's very similar to the game that's called Jailbreak. Many people see this game as also somewhat of a carbon copy of GTA 5, since you go around being a felon, robbing places for money in exchange for guns and stuff, and you get to ride around in awesome cars to escape the police. You can also play as their police force, and it's kind of a concept within these city games that you can play either one, but the unique thing about this is that you can even become a hero with superpowers to prevent any mayhem caused by the felons and assist the police without powers. Number 3, Arsenal, a first-person shooter game based on the arms race mode on CSGO. It's a super fun game to play with your friends. It's team versus team, and you can even unlock crates to unlock skins and gun skins to make your character that much cooler. It's a great game to play if you're ever bored, and it's a lot faster getting into a game than normal FPS games. The game is actually super addicting as well, and I personally have gotten myself into countless hours of playing, so don't get too addicted to it. Number 2, Nova Island. Now in this game actually has an interesting concept to it. It's actually allowing you to work at your very own hotel, and it also lets you mess around at water slides when there aren't people to be booked. Simple, no? But there's also a few quests that you can do and accomplish here and there. And it's really nice looking in terms of the games that Roblox has to offer within their lovely catalog of games that you can actually play. Now looking into it, the graphics, besides that obviously, you can appreciate it for its looks and its execution with your friends. And this game also has free VIP servers, so if you want the place to be less big and crowded with randoms, feel free to do so. Finally, taking in the number 1 slot, Adopt Me. It's very similar to the classic DS game Cats and Dogs. The Adopt Me game on Roblox is all about raising, dressing, and caring for your adopted critters. You can build your own home and decorate it how you want really, and also make it ready for your pet's first initial arrival. It doesn't just stop there. You're even able to trade your pets with your friends, and the game's updates like every other week, releasing new things to do and more pets to collect. There's a lot to keep you busy in Adopt Me, making it an amazing game to play when you're bored. And that's the end of the video.